What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Rope Monster coming at you here from beautiful sunny Playa del Carmen. Are you coming down to Playa in the coming days or weeks? Are you staying at Playacar or planning to visit Playacar? Are you wondering about the current beach conditions and sargassum situation over here in Playacar? Okay, well then this video is for you. We're going to check out phases 1, 2, and 3. We're going to hit each and every resort and see just how things are looking in Playacar. Guys, smash the like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go check out some beaches. Vamanos. All right, just about to get our first glimpse of Playacar phase 1, and it does look like things are improving here. This was the worst part of Playacar. Last time I was down here about a month ago, this was completely full of sargassum. So if you are renting the condos in this area, I'll put up on Google Maps where we are. We're just south of the ferry terminal here. And just know that if you are renting condos through Airbnb or booking down here, the water is still quite brown. The sargassum situation does seem to be improving a little bit, but still really not great. It looks like we can, the tide is low, we can get through here on the beach, so we'll continue down toward the resorts and the major places like Sandos and Rio. But this is pretty bad here, guys. And just another thing to note, the access right now is completely blocked through what used to be Senor Frogs, and there was a little side access. Now you have to go up to 10th and walk past the security booth on the left. Don't go all the way up to where the cars enter at the gate. You want to turn left before that, and then you can just walk into Playacar through there. I'll try to put up on Google Maps exactly where I walked in, but this access down here is completely blocked right now. So if you're trying to get down here and you're not staying in Playacar, that's how you'll have to go through, is by that security kiosk, and then walk through the actual phase 1 neighborhood. So let's continue on to the south, guys, and check out phases 2 and 3. And we'll get Ronaldo up in the sky as well, the DJI Mini 3, so we can get some shots from up in the air and see just how bad the sargassum situation is looking, or if it's kind of clearing up. And guys, a quick update for those of you who really follow the channel closely. As far as my surgery, I actually postponed it and I got a second and third opinion, and I'm very, very glad that I did. So I'll have a full video coming out on that on, I think, Sunday. But I am having a procedure done tomorrow, and I'll have Luigi come along and film that and explain exactly what is going on there. But I actually have really good news. There's just going to be some short-term pain involved, so stay tuned for that. Hit that notification bell and subscribe so you don't miss that. All right, what a beautiful day, sargassum or not, just perfect blue sky day here in Playa. Guys, so we're still here in phase 1, and these places are very expensive on Airbnb and booking.com. If it's not too late for you to cancel for a full or partial refund, I would highly suggest going and staying more in the Playa Mamitas or Playa 38 area right now, because this water is really not even swimmable at this time, and I would hate for you guys to spend $500 a night or whatever these are going for, and then have the beach like this. Playa 38, on the other hand, I recently did an update down there. Check that out. I'll link it in the description below. Playa 38, Mamitas, and the beach in front of the Grand Hyatt are absolutely beautiful right now. The water's still a little brown, but not nearly as bad as this. All right, for those of you wondering about the smell, it is kind of hitting me right here. I'm just coming around the bend here, and you can see there's some old sargassum, some fresher stuff, and then some brand new stuff. And so now I'm kind of downwind from a lot of that, and it's not as bad as it was a month ago, that's for sure, but there's still a bit of a sargassum smell. It looks like we have a cleanup crew up here, and then I see what looks like two massive collection sites, And I did a video on the actual toxicity of the off-gassing of this sargassum when they pile it up in these collection sites. So you'll want to stick around and see where those are, because if you're downwind from those, it can actually make you a little dizzy, can irritate your throat, sinuses, and even cause a cough. So I'll keep you guys updated momentarily on where those giant collection sites are. If you guys appreciate me putting in the steps, just smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world to me. We are now getting our first glimpse of the resort off there in the distance. We'll be down there momentarily, guys. All right, so as you can see, guys, pitchforks and wheelbarrows are still being used down here. It seems that as though they think that more pitchforks and more wheelbarrows will be the solution. That doesn't seem like a long-term solution. I've heard from some people that there's a company developing a way to turn this into fertilizer. If that's the case, then maybe that company, that private company, will take charge of the situation and come up with a collection method that is safe for the marine life, and they can collect the sargassum before it arrives on shore. That's just speculation at this point, but it does sound like there's a company developing the technology to turn this into fertilizer in a cost-effective, profitable way. So let's keep our fingers crossed. And Idaho Randy, thanks for sharing that information. Quoting the info I got from you, and I did some looking into it. It seems like that's an actual thing, but time will tell. All right, guys, just getting down toward phase 2 now. All right, my friends, just getting in front of the hotel, the Reef Playacar, Allegro Playacar, and then we will be right in front of the Royal Hideaway here momentarily. So you can see the beach conditions are actually pretty solid. There's not a lot of erosion issues. It's the color of the water and the sargassum washing in. That is the issue right now, unfortunately. Not stopping people from enjoying the sunshine, having some nice tropical beverages. But it looks like we are coming up on the first of at least two major sargassum collection sites. And I think it kind of looks like it's right in front of the Royal Hideaway, but we'll have to hang on just a little bit longer to find out for sure. So if you're coming to the Riu Palace right now, coming up on the Riu Palace, the beach is quite a bit wider, at least, than it has been. The water line was all the way up to these palm trees right here just a few months ago. So at least there's enough beach for the volleyball nets at this time. So I'll show you what your exact view would look like from the lounges here at the Riu Palace. And we will be in front of Riu Lupita as well here momentarily, and then the Royal Hideaway. So guys, this would be your view right now from the Riu Palace. From the lounges at the Riu Palace. So I would have to say good, but certainly not great as far as the water conditions. I'm hoping that the water will be a little clearer as we get to the south. Sometimes that's the case, so we will check all the way as far south as Sandos Playacar and see how that's looking. Let's check out these sargassum collection sites, see how bad they smell, and see exactly where they are. In front of Riu Lupita and also Viva Wina right here. This is what things are looking like currently. So the Viva Wina does look like it's popping. Definitely some people over here enjoying life. But Sargassum collection site number 1 is right over there, right next to the volleyball net. We got the Wina back in there, looking really chill. A lot of people in this volleyball game. Let's go check out this Sargassum collection site, guys. The biggest thing is that as long as you're upwind of these, they generally aren't a big deal. Sometimes when you're downwind though, it can be pretty rough. But also a lot of it depends on how long this pile has been sitting here. And we can kind of get an idea of that by the smell and by the look of it, how dry it is, how brown it is. So let's check this out. So we're right at Viva Village, coming up on Allegro, Playacar, and then the Royal Hideaway. And we've got this little Chichen Itza of Sargassum right here. It's a pretty big pile. Definitely got a smell to it, but it looks pretty fresh. It does not seem like it's just sitting there rotting for weeks on end like some of these other piles. When they're in the sun for 3 or 4 weeks, but it's not yet dried out, it's pretty bad. This stuff, it seems like they're doing a pretty good job of hauling it away. Putting in work right there. All right guys, I'm here at Allegro, and the good news is there's really no smell up here at the lounges. Everything is nice and chill. Forgive any wind noise coming through, guys. I do have the wind furry on the camera, but it is a pretty breezy one today. But this would be your view if you're staying at Allegro, Playacar. Coming up next, guys, we're gonna hit the Royal Hideaway and just keep on trucking right to the south from there. We've got another one of these collection sites of Sargassum here, kind of right between Allegro and the Royal Hideaway. But the good news is these collection sites don't smell very bad at all, especially compared to the ones up at Playa 88 and Punta Esmeralda. Punta Esmeralda has the most massive Chichen Itza of Sargassum that I've seen. It's almost like a little network of roads going back into it, so that's actually pretty rough. It seems like they're doing their best to keep the beach as clean as possible here, guys, but I still have to say that Playa 38 and Mamitas are better than anything I've seen so far on this journey through Playacar. All right, Viva Wina here, and I really can't say that the water conditions are improving much at all as we get to the south. I'll walk back down by the water. I will get Ronaldo up in the sky here shortly. We've got a few more resorts to hit. Viva Wina, the Rio Yucatan, Eberostar Waves Toucan, and Sandos Playacar. We're gonna go hit all those spots still. But it seems like Sargassum as far as the eye can see, and a lot of it washing in. I'm gonna get Ronaldo out there over the water to see if it's plausible that you maybe rent a wave runner or do a snorkel tour and get a little ways out there and you can get some clear water and visibility. We'll find that out shortly. I'm missing volleyball, guys. That looks like a lot of fun right now. But I gotta keep you guys updated. If you appreciate my efforts, as always, just smash that like button. That's all I ask in return. If I wasn't filming this video, I would probably be smacking some volleyballs around myself. you guys can see Viva Wina right here. Whew, volleyball, they sent that one. They sent that one damn near to Valladolid. All right, looks like they're having fun though. So this would be your view right here, guys, from the lounges. Oh, that breeze feels good. It is a hot one, guys. Without that breeze, I would be sweating buckets. So I'll keep the camera rolling for a little bit, guys, just so you can see the beach conditions as we go to the south. Looks like quite a few people in the water up here, so maybe things are a little bit better as far as the sargassum. The water does look a little bit clearer down there. For those of you who haven't booked yet, though, I would highly stress this point that you can find much cheaper accommodations near Playa Mamitas and Playa 38 through booking.com especially, but Airbnb is another option, and those beaches are actually looking quite a bit nicer than Playacar right now. So yeah, this guy's trying to talk to me, but just kidding. Whatever. So yeah, guys, to drive that point home, if you haven't booked yet and you're kind of weighing the options between Playacar, I mean, nothing wrong with these beautiful beaches here, but I do have to be real and say the beaches at Playa 38 and Mamitas are looking better at this time. I will be coming with a fresh update from there as soon as possible as well, just to give you the real-time comparison. Now we are here in front of the beautiful Rio Yucatan, and this is the scene right here. Looking pretty solid. Plenty of happy people, plenty of smiles here. It is a big improvement over how things were looking in June, for sure. Also, there has not been a lot of stormy rain activity or hurricanes or anything like that this year at all. It's been a very, very dry July. Heading into August, I'll keep you guys up to date on any tropical cyclones or hurricanes that may come our way. So definitely plenty of people getting in the water out there, enjoying some time in the water. Is it crystal clear? Absolutely not. Definitely a little on the brown side, but still kind of calling out to me. I am hot, ready to cool off a little bit. Right here in front of Eberostar Waves. Gotta love the little tiki, the little huts, little palapas. Another volleyball game going on here. You can see the beaches are very uncrowded. Plenty of people having fun, playing some volleyball, playing football, frisbee. So Eberostar Waves is looking pretty nice, guys. I'd say the water's a little bit better down here than in phase one, for sure. No doubt about that. So a little bit of good news there. Hopefully it continues to clear up. The reason I mentioned tropical cyclones and hurricanes is typically what it takes for all this sargassum to get blown away or washed away is a really strong tropical cyclone, or even a Category 2 hurricane or something like that. And that's what we had last year with Hurricane Beril. And this time last year, the beaches and water were at least a 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10. I'm certainly not manifesting a hurricane, but Mother Nature has a way of kind of resetting herself, and those tropical cyclones and hurricanes tend to do that as far as clearing the stuff all away. It almost begs the question, like with Hurricane Beril, where did all that sargassum land? That was an intense hurricane. I was here for that. I filmed a video titled Playa Del Carmen 10 hours after Hurricane Beril. And the days and weeks following Hurricane Beril, I remember being at the beach, Playa 88, with my old neighbor Luigi, shout out bro. And everything was perfect, just beautiful yellow butterflies floating by and sargassum free crystal clear water. And that was almost exactly 1 year ago. So every year it's different, every low season is different. That's why I bring you guys these updates. And it does change from week to week, so I'm here trying to keep you guys well informed. All right guys, we're coming up soon here on Sandos Playacar, and there is one of my favorite little swimming spots. I might get in the water out there. There's a shallow little a sandbar right in front of Sandos where I love to swim. And I will also get Ronaldo up in the sky. We'll get some beautiful aerial shots and aerial perspectives as to what exactly is going on with the sargassum, how much is washing in. I might plan a trip soon, guys, to Volleyball. I've heard it's absolutely beautiful right now. And Isla Mujeres as well. Let me know in the comments if you want those videos, Volleyball, and just type in the comments Volleyball and or Isla Mujeres, and I'd be happy to go out there for you all. Coming up on Sandos, guys. So Sandos, guys, Sandos remains quite empty. And for those of you who don't know, they did have a massive foodborne illness outbreak months ago. I don't think they've quite recovered from that. But I will say this, the beach in front of Sandos has to be the best right now out of any of these beaches that I've seen. I will fly Ronaldo to the south. There's some secret beaches down there, Emma Cove and a couple others that are beautiful, as long as they're not completely full of sargassum. But I will say, as far as all the main resorts here, Sandos might get the #1 spot. No, I think it does get the #1 spot as far as beach quality and water quality. Seems like a lot of my friends are getting jobs as lifeguards. I used to be a lifeguard. I'm strongly considering going back to that. Keeps you in really good shape with all the swimming and training. Ran into my buddy Miguel the other day. He's now lifeguarding. Shout out Miguel. Used to be my favorite server at Lobo de Mar, but he's moved on to lifeguard status and he's looking absolutely shredded. And that's what the Lifeguard Life will do to you. Yeah, so that sandbar just right out there is what I'm talking about. I'll get a little closer. I'll fly the drone over there, Ronaldo, here in a moment. Yeah, Sandos is coming back to life a little bit. There's some folks here enjoying life. Looks like a DJ is setting up. Still, for being one of the better beaches right now, Sandos is almost, you can see, almost completely empty there. A little bit of volleyball going on though. Overall, life is good down here at Sandos. Nothing but beautiful white sand beach in both directions, as far as the eye can see. All right guys, this heat is no joke. Before I get Ronaldo up in the sky, I gotta hydrate. Got some agua de Jamaica right here, hibiscus. There is no better way to stay cool than agua de Jamaica. Nom 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 nom. Cheers guys. Time to get Ronaldo up in the sky. Godspeed, Ronaldo. We will first fly to the north here, try to get a perspective on how much sargassum is washing in. And as you can see guys, some spots are quite a bit worse than others. And where the boats are on the right of your screen and beyond, the water is fairly clear, but you can see some huge patches washing in the distance there on the right side of your screen. That is unfortunate to see. So now we will fly actually to the south to check out these secret beaches to the south of the main resorts. Sometimes these are far better, sometimes they're far worse. Let's go find out. So we'll be coming up on Emma Cove and some of these other secret beaches. You can find these on Google Maps, but so far things are not looking good. This is one of my favorite hikes and walks, and for those staying in Playacar, this is still a beautiful hike to walk down to these secret beaches, but they do not look swimmable at all. As we approach the cove, it looks to be completely full of sargassum. This might be the worst I've actually ever seen these beaches. Wow, unbelievable. How the entire cove is completely full of sargassum. I've never seen it quite that bad. And you can see there beyond Emma Cove is also full of sargassum. Terrible. And here we get yet another perspective at just how full that entire bay is. That is tragic. But now you know, guys, you know that you know what to expect if you do decide to walk down there and check out those little secret spots. And as we pan back to the north, we can see that the water is actually clearer to the north near the main resorts. So that's good news for most of you watching this video. And as we slowly pan up, we see the water's even clearer out where those boats are on the right side of your screen. That's good news. All right, guys, time to bring Ronaldo back down to earth. Come on, Ronaldo. Come on home, buddy. Guys, this wind is really tossing little Ronaldo around, but he's a stout little dude. Ven acá, Ronaldo. Vamos a comer. Tacos de birria. There he is. Hey, buddy. Buen trabajo, mijo. Buen trabajo. So there you have it, guys. Those beaches to the south, you could see from those drone shots that those are actually worse than this beach here at Sandos. Sandos has to get the #1 spot, but still, guys, it's not ideal. The little sandbar out there in front of Sandos, I just went out there to cool off for a minute. That is probably the best little spot to get wet right now. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, guys. You can see with your own eyes, the water's coming in like chocolate milk still. Things are improving, but certainly not ideal. If you guys appreciate the update, just as always, smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop some love for little Ronaldo in the comments. He did a pretty good job in this heavy wind. See you guys in the next one. Rope Monster out. So there we have it, guys. Playacar is certainly not the best option right now in Playa del Carmen, but things are improving. I would say hands down the best beach options in Playa at this time have to be Playa 38, Playa Mamitas, and the beach down in front of the Wyndham Ultra is pretty decent as well. Hopefully you found some value in that, guys. I am exhausted. I'm about 26,000 steps into my day, tired, sunburnt, and ready for either a siesta or a ceviche, maybe both. See you later on, guys.